My son, my daughter, I know. I know your days have been heavy. I know the silence screams inside you as if it wants to drown you. I know that even though others see a calm face, what's going on inside is a battle that feels endless. I am not far away. I do not disappear. I am not indifferent. In this very moment, as you breathe without understanding why, as you read these words with a mix of doubt and need, I am here. I'm close, not as an idea or doctrine, but as a living presence, as a father, as a refuge, as real love. It doesn't matter whether you believe in me or not. It doesn't matter if you try to walk away. I know every thought that crosses your mind, even those you struggle most to admit. I see what you try to hide with a smile. I hear what you stay silent about with a glance. You felt forgotten. You've been hurt by those who promised to be by your side. They told you to be strong when what you really needed was a hug. You've walked with pain no one saw. You cried in bathrooms so no one would notice. You stared at the ceiling, asking for a solution to the problems surrounding you. And you know what's most profound about all of that? I was there in every one of those moments, and I'm here now. I'm here as you try to pretend everything's fine. I'm here as you try to make sense of these words. And yes, they make sense because they're a response. They're not random, they're not luck, they're not coincidence. They are help, present in the time of anguish. It's me telling you you are not alone. When they say, you ignore and hate God like it's a challenge or a test, I don't get offended because I don't love based on what I get in return. I love because it is my nature to love. So even if you feel anger toward me, even if you think I failed you, even if you've screamed silently, God, why did you abandon me? I'm still here, still looking at you with love, still protecting you, guiding you, holding you. Did you notice that hug that came from nowhere? That song that touched the depths of your soul? That strength that appeared in the middle of despair? That soft voice whispering, hold on a little longer? That was me. It was me blowing relief. It was me placing my hand, diverting harm, holding your life when you didn't want to go on. I don't show up only in beautiful moments. I am there in the hard nights, in the silent days. I'm here when you lose your way, when no one understands you. I stay by your side when everyone else leaves because I am the God who stays. I am the God who never gives up. I am not volatile. I don't change based on your mood. I don't turn my face when you stumble. I don't withdraw my love when you grow cold. You can try to run from me, you can try to deny your belief, you can hide from everything, but nothing changes who I am, and I am the one who wrote in your heart. You are mine, you are not a mistake, you are not disposable, you are loved right now just as you are. And look, I am not here to condemn you. I don't show up with a finger pointing in blame. I come with open arms. I come to remind you who you are, to remind you of your worth. Because I know the world demands that you be strong all the time, that you produce, succeed, hide the pain. And when you can't, the world throws you away. But not me. I don't see your mistakes as eternal labels. I see your efforts, your quiet bravery, your unnoticed perseverance, and that to me is worth more than any perfection. I see the tears that fall with no witnesses. I gather them, I understand them, I transform them. So don't harden your heart. Don't get used to the pain. Don't accept that life is only this. Suffering, rushing, exhaustion. There's more. There's abundant life. There's real joy. There's peace that doesn't depend on circumstances. And maybe you don't feel it yet. Maybe you're still trapped in fear, doubt, frustration, but I'm still here. I never left. I walk with you even now. Even if you say you don't feel me, even if you say you lost your faith, I'm still the same. I don't stop loving just because you walked away. My love is not for sale. My love is a gift, a free gift, an eternal gift. You might feel dirty, confused, lost, too far gone. You might think there's no way back, but I tell you, there is always a way back, and that way is called grace, it's called forgiveness, it's called a new beginning. I don't demand a spiritual performance from you. I'm not waiting for you to impress me with fancy words. I just want you to let these words in, to breathe deeply and understand, I am still here. Your shame doesn't scare me. Your mistake doesn't drive me away. Your coldness doesn't silence me, because I chose to love you, and that choice does not change. Do you remember the woman dragged before the crowd for her sin? Everyone wanted to throw stones. Everyone was ready to judge her. But I went to her, knelt down, wrote on the ground, waited for the accusers to leave, and then I said, no one condemned you. I don't condemn you either. That's how I act, with compassion, with patience, with restoration. I don't come to destroy you. I come to rebuild you, to heal you from within, because I see what no one else sees. And now, in this moment, as you read these words, maybe confused, tired, even feeling unworthy, I invite you to simply exist in my presence. Son, daughter, I am the Father who waits. I am the Father who keeps the light on. I am the Father who keeps the light on. I am the Father who holds your seat at the table. And even if you say with a trembling voice, tired or doubtful, I still can't come back, I gently respond, that's okay, I'll still be here tomorrow. Because I am the one who does not abandon, the one who doesn't shut the door after the third, fifth, or thousandth time. I am the one who keeps believing in you when everyone else already gave up. Don't rush. Don't feel guilty for still trying to understand everything. Don't try to please me with your own strength. Just let this love enter, slowly, like a balm on open wounds, like a gentle breeze quieting the noise of all the lies said about you. I know the walls you've built. I know they were made from fear, pain, disappointment. But my love is patient. It doesn't invade. It waits. And while it waits, it shows up in the details. In a hot coffee, in an unexpected sunset, in a gesture of kindness from someone for no reason. All of that's me trying to reach you, not with force, but with signs. Because I know your heart has been wounded by broken promises, by leaders who didn't know how to care, by people who spoke in my name but didn't carry my character. That's why I don't come shouting, I come whispering. I don't push you back. I invite you to come just as you are. You don't need to understand everything now. You don't need to have all the answers. You don't need to look strong. You don't need to look spiritual. You just need to let these words find space in the middle of the confusion. Because despite everything, the truth remains. You are loved, deeply loved, unconditionally loved. And that love is still here, steady, unchanging. Even when everything around you screams the opposite. Even when people's coldness hurts. Even when the diagnosis is scary. Even when the struggle feels never-ending. I am the God who doesn't abandon in the midst of pain. I am the God who heals, even when sickness persists. I am the God who sets free, even when the prison is invisible. I am the God who restores, even when everything seems too broken. And today, on this very day, the one you thought would be just another, I want you to know something has begun to change, not because everything is instantly fixed, but because you're listening, because something inside you is still alive. Because even after everything, you still care, and that in itself is a sign that I am still working, a sign that even when the world tries to smother hope, it still breathes inside you. Today doesn't have to be your full return. It can simply be the day you chose not to give up, and that is already a miracle. Son, daughter, I am the God who cries with you, who walks with you, who stays even when the winds blow against you, who holds you when your legs give out, who carries you when everything falls apart. I am the God who knows you like no one else, who understands what no one else can, who believes in you, even when you feel lost yourself. And today, right now, I embrace you with these words. I surround you with grace. I welcome you with peace. Breathe, rest, not because you have all the answers, but because you remember. I am here, and that is enough. As you sit with all of this, quiet, maybe unsure, maybe even numb, I want you to know something else, something most people never told you. Healing doesn't always feel like joy at first. Sometimes it feels like fatigue, like grief surfacing after being buried for too long, like finally being honest with yourself and realizing how long you've been hurting. That honesty you feel rising, that lump in your throat, that tremble in your chest, that's not weakness. That's the beginning of restoration. That's your soul stretching toward light it forgot existed. I'm not waiting for a polished version of you. I'm not looking for someone who always gets it right. I'm loving the you who's here right now, the one trying to survive when everything feels heavier than it should. You've learned to function while fractured, to smile while hollow, to laugh while barely holding back tears. And I've watched you carry burdens that should have broken you, but you didn't break. That's not because of luck. That's because I held you, even when you couldn't feel it. There were moments you thought the numbness would be permanent, but numbness is not the end. It's the body's way of saying, I've been holding this pain too long. You weren't wrong to feel that way. You were just exhausted, and I'm not mad at your exhaustion. In fact, I honor it. I see the strength it took to keep going when the reasons to stay felt so far away. I see the bravery in you continuing to love others when your heart was barely hanging on. I see how you've been the strong one, the responsible one, the one everyone leans on. But who told you it's okay to fall apart? Who reminded you that you're not a machine? Let me be the one who says it now. You're allowed to need help. You're allowed to rest. You're allowed to not know what's next. You don't need to have it all together for me to stay. I never loved you for your performance. I loved you because I made you. And when I formed you, I didn't put your value in your productivity. I wove it into your identity. Before you ever achieved anything, you were already priceless to me. You've been measuring your worth through other people's reactions, through achievements, through approval. But none of those things were ever meant to be the mirror. Let me be your mirror. And here's what I see when I look at you. Resilience formed in fire, beauty carved through struggle, a spirit still reaching for hope even after disappointment. No one else may see it, but I do. And I haven't missed a single day of your life. I was there the night you didn't sleep because the anxiety wouldn't let go. I was there when your hands trembled, when your voice cracked, when your chest tightened in fear, and I stayed. You didn't have to earn my presence then. You don't have to earn it now. I've seen you sitting in rooms full of people, feeling more alone than ever. And I've watched you fight invisible battles while pretending everything was okay. You've convinced others you're fine, but you can be real with me. I already know, I've always known. I know about the times you kept quiet so others wouldn't feel uncomfortable. I know about the questions you were too afraid to ask out loud, about death, about purpose, about the point of it all, and you've wondered, haven't you, if there's more. If all of this pain is leading somewhere, it is. Pain isn't wasted in my hands. I don't throw it aside. I redeem it. I reshape it. I use it to create depth, empathy, clarity, and strength. The cracks you've tried to hide, I don't cover them up. I fill them with light. You're not behind. You're not late. You're exactly where your healing begins. And no, your story isn't too far gone. In fact, some of the most beautiful chapters come after the deepest valleys. You may feel like the flame has gone out inside you, but embers are enough. I can breathe on embers. I can turn them into fire again. You haven't missed your chance. I'm not finished writing. You thought the delay was a denial. But delays often carry the greatest lessons, the quiet shifts, the soft inner recalibrations that no one sees. You're not being punished, you're being prepared. Prepared for deeper love, deeper peace, a life that doesn't just look good on the outside, but feels real and rooted on the inside. I don't promise ease, but I promise presence. And my presence can carry you through anything. I'm not offering you a life free of storms. I'm offering you the assurance that when they rage, I won't leave. I'll be in the boat with you. You're not cursed. You're not forgotten. You're being called back into alignment with the truth of who you are, not who the world told you to be. You're not just a mistake fixer. You're not just a people pleaser. You're not just a background character in everyone else's story. You are seen. You are cherished. You are known. And right now, I am reshaping your identity, not into something new, but back into what it always was before fear rewrote it. I don't need you to pretend anymore. I need you to feel again, to open again, to believe, just a little, that maybe your heart still has room for something good. You are not too broken to belong. You are not too complicated to be embraced. You are not too far for me to reach. And no matter how your life has looked up to this point, I am the God who still plants gardens in ruins, who still creates beauty from ashes, who still restores what others gave up on. Even if no one else says it, I will. I am proud of you. Not because you've been perfect, but because you've kept showing up, even when you had every reason not to. Even when your soul felt like a battlefield and your mind felt like a storm, you kept going. And I honor that. So take one more breath, not to push harder, not to prove anything, but to remember, I am here, still, always.